Cyber Innovations in the Private Sector highlights case studies and the latest industry trends from private vendors. Explore innovative solutions, success stories, and exclusive insights from industry leaders. Stay ahead with the cutting-edge developments driving the industry forward.
Today on CybersecTV, we speak with Dominique Meurisse, CRO at Imperum, on AI-driven autonomous SecOps and the future of cyber defense.
I'm Dominique Meurisse. I'm the Chief Revenue Officer of a company called Imperum. Well, I am in the cybersecurity since more than 30 years. So it started by the castle approach. I mean, everybody wants to know who enter, who exit, and it was the firewall, the starting of the firewall. And then internet and cloud arrived, and the new threats are again the new attack, which could be a state attack, the war, the spy, the hackers, could be around money, how to earn money, and how, or the game, because I remember that it was a challenge also at this time that some people just want to play, okay, with the cybersecurity threat, and more come the competition, meaning intelligence to get access to the strategic information. Autonomous SecOps is a process for security operation centers. I mean, it is all the process for the security team, all the people in charge of the security to make the detection, the investigation, the reaction, and the reporting. The major problem for security problem is the complexity. There is too many alarms, too many tools, too many actions. You see, in different surveys, they see that CISOs have the shortest position in companies. They are the most unsatisfied company. Security analysts, one of the biggest number of burnout in the IT because of the complexity of the solution. So what Imperium is doing is offering a single pane of glass to automate this process, okay, with improving and reducing. Reduce the false positive analysis, which is very painful, of millions of alarms that they receive, then decreasing also drastically the mean time to detect and mean time to react, MTTD, MTTR, and reducing what also the important is reducing the cost, because at the end of the day, cybersecurity, there are a lot of high costs and there is high pressure, whatever is an enterprise or an MSSP to reduce the cost. What is Imperum? Imperum is an agentic SecOps platform with autonomous security operation and investigation platform powered by agentic AI and Imper automation. What does it mean? That means unlike traditional SIEM, SOAR, or AI assistant tools, Imperum runs persistent, domain-specific AI agents that analyze security signals, conduct multi-usage investigations, generate and execute playbooks, coordinate with human analysts, what we call human in a loop, because human is still there and have to still to be there, and operationally fully on-prem, on cloud, or on air-gap model. This is what is cyber, what we call hyper-automation, powered by agentic AI. The first point, as I said, is reducing drastically the false positive. Okay, millions of alarms. We have equipment, the firewall, the privileged access management, the SIEM, the XDR, the EDR, blah, blah, blah. All those bricks send millions of alarms, and it could be false positive behind. So it's a lot of analysis that can be automated. You see what I mean? And this is where AI give a lot of benefits. Having also an automation solution reduce the number of screens, because as an average on large account in Europe, it said that they have cybersecurity people have to access to 10 different tools or different screens, which is very complex and so having everything in a single pane of glass simplified drastically. Okay, the job and the complexity of the task for security analysts. The fourth point is giving the best diagnosis by collecting information from different sources. Let me take you an example. If an IP is suspicious from one tool, it's very important to correlate with an IOCs or with different sources in order to be sure that you will make the right reaction. Because making a reaction in cybersecurity for a detection doesn't mean that you can block the critical information to a plant, on a process, or a wire transfer for a bank. That means this is why it's important to have the best reaction, but to do the best reaction, you need to have the right information. And this is what is also one of the automation, the benefits of such solution for SOC automation. In Europe, we have a lot of rules. I think we have a country of rules, and it was very national by nation. German have their vision, France have their vision. That it was very domestic. Now with NIS2, we have at least pushing by ELISA a list of, let's say, a common vision. Okay. The second point is that I think with that people understand more and more what mean European compared to European origin compared to other origin. Okay, and this is why there is something which is in a process or to be voted by the European Parliament. It's the fact that it may be the case that some product outside of Europe will be banned to be used by usage from governmental entities, because everybody knows that, okay, the origin of the product of the vendor is very important, because the maintenance or backdoor, whatever, okay? And if you look at what's happened in the weapons, for example, everybody knows that if you purchase a plane from a certain origin, the maintenance is from this origin. That means it can block you for the usage, potentially. So the company will solve it. So that means this European label is more and more important. And the contribution to NIS2 is also to NIS2, it's also a warranty for the enterprise to increase their level of cybersecurity. So security has to be handled no matter the size of the company, no matter the size of the entity. The problem is to say the question of the budget. That normally the budget has to be associated to the risk, okay? And meaning that there is two kinds of, either people have access to reseller or MSSP. So I think there is more and more maturity of MSSP in cybersecurity. Why? Because they can share, they can resources, okay, and decrease the price and the barrier for mid account. No matter the fact that more and more large account also is using such a concept, and because it's coming from their first priority, which was working 24 hours, and extended hours is very expensive or overseas, so it's useful to use the SOC people. And more people want to concentrate in their own business, and that's why the SOC is important. The SOC as a service, MSSP, is more and more important. And we are proud as Imperium because this is definitely our first partner. We have more than 20 MSSP all over Europe, and even now in the Middle East and in India, because people see immediately the value of having one tool to support a full process, and also having the same tool from the internal SOC to the customers. So the type of attack, what the most in paper, I think, first of all, is the OT. I think, look at what's happened in Iran with the camera. I think, they were not thinking that the next whole country can take control of the full camera system to see exactly who is where. So an OT is part of it everywhere, in our house, in our offices. So I think this is the second point is the ID violation and the complexity to implement two-factor authentication, which I will compare to the biggest risk, and I think a critical situation that we are suffering now is with the cryptocurrency, and people are very now to get access to the right and to the user. It could be very violent. So for the moment, the attack to get access to your privilege access, your login password, is basic hacking. But I think it will be more and more hopefully not violent, but more and more professional. And the third, I think it's AI threats could be by themselves something open, because who can think that 10 years ago the drones will be the differentiator for the war? Okay, so if I take a parallel, maybe AI, whatever some vendors pretend to know, but there will be some threats for sure. I think non-technical people can understand that automation bring more improvement and reduce the cost. More improvement, what does it mean? That means, okay, by automated task, it reduces the number of people. It helps existing people to make their job better. And then when we speak about cybersecurity people making their job better, meaning it protect better the enterprise. Reducing the cost is because it required less tools, more efficient of the existing tool, no more investment, but reducing the OPEX and CAPEX, so that at the end of the day, it improved by reducing. So this is a good investment to be made, whatever the size of the enterprise. A lot of things that you do manually could be do automatically, and you win so many times. So we have the first benchmark from our customers saying that, okay, they multiply by 2, they divide by 2. That means they multiply the efficiency by 2. value. Okay, they improve the value of the contract, what they are offering to the customer, and they reduce the cost by two. Cost of people, but cost of operation also, and cost of license. And the power of the trust you have behind. That means because we speak about the threats of AI, but on the other, AI give a lot of value on the sense that it auto-learning system. So it learn more and more in your system. It know more and more your system better than what a human brain can do, and react exactly in your environment. There is a war between the vulnerability and the patch management. Okay, and this war will be reduced with the AI development. We see the message from Anthropic Cloud or whatever. But we all have to have in mind that it will be a decade before all the existing applications will move to AI development. Meaning that, no matter there will be less and less CVE in the AI development application, there is still a huge install base, and that need to be protected and could be, and with vulnerability that can be exploited on a daily basis, including the OT system, as we said. Okay, and this is where I definitely see a high value because of the autonomous security, and definitely that the agentic AI become really the standard.